Greetings. My name is Salani Uchiyama. I'm the director of the Center for International Dance. Welcome to Dare, Conversations in the Diaspora. Dare is a production of the African American Mbira Project, an initiative to perpetuate the music and tradition of the Mbira within the African American community. Before we begin, I would like to acknowledge that I reside in the Bay Area, a land contemporarily known as Ohlone territory. There are 8 language dialects and many active tribal groups. With Dare, we aspire to explore the music of Zimbabwe and other performance traditions which exist in the diaspora. Our conversations with artists will focus on their art form and their personal journey. Additionally, you will have a chance to ask questions of our guests. Wamkanganise NaGaadza is a musician, an Mbira maker, and a teacher, also known as Salani. He is from Harare, Zimbabwe, and is now based here in the San Francisco Bay Area. I am delighted to welcome Wamkanganise NaGaadza.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you, Amai. Tinotenda makadi mose pasirino rese mati mana. Hello, how are you all over the world, viewers? Love you all. My name is Wamkanganise NaGaadza, and my birth name is Salani Machoba, and I welcome you all to the show.
It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
I wonder if you would honor us with a song.
Oh, sure. So the song I'm going to play is a song that is played for a hunter. You know, when hunters go hunting, we do a farewell ceremony for them. So when they come back, there is a welcoming song that hunters are welcomed with, you know, as the ladies go and receive the meat and their husbands. So I'm going to play this song. It's called Mbira Zimba. Tambira Zimbabwe uyanenya mazuari radoka. Tambira Zimbabwe uyanenya mazuari radoka. Tambira Zimbabwe uyanenya mazuari radoka. Aya woye, aya woye, aya woye, aya woye. Tambira Zimba.
My tabasa, that was so beautiful. Thank you so much. Awesome. So, I'm sorry, were you about to say something?
Well, I'm just like taking a deep breath after I played this song because I love this song, and it triggers a lot in me because it's a fun song. It needs somebody with energy when you're dancing, so it triggers in a way. So I was just taking a deep breath after playing this song. Sure. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, no, it's beautiful, and you're right. It does make you kind of want to get up and just be there with it.
Yeah.
So I want to say that there might be a few of our viewers who may not really be familiar with what you just did with the Mbira, and I wonder if you would please tell us a little bit about what is Mbira and what it means to you.
Sure. Thank you so much. Well, this is the Mbira. So as it is, you can see this is the actual instrument. This is the board, wooden board usually. The wood we prefer to use is mukwa, and we use wire, mild steel or spring wire to make these keys by pounding and tuning. And when it's like this, it doesn't produce that loud sound. But when we put it in a resonator, we call it the deze. This is a goud, and then we fix the Mbira here with this stick such that it's like tightly fixed to the deze. And then it produces a sound. Now that acoustic sound, when we are playing, it reaches out, and it reaches out to the spiritual world. Now that's the Mbira. Now the Mbira is a Shona musical traditional instrument. It's like a phone that we use to communicate with our ancestors. And the way I would want to explain Mbira, what it means to me, is behind the Mbira, there's a story of a living people with their tradition, who are the Shona people. And they are the ones who play this instrument when they are doing when we are doing our Shona traditionally conducted ceremonies. So, for an example, when we are begging for the rains, when we are celebrating for a good harvest, or when we are doing a memorial service for our bereaved ones. So we play the Mbira because it connects the harmony between us, the living, and our ancestors. We happen to have lived once before us. We happen to be the ones who we inherited this legacy, this musical legacy from, so that we can pass it on to the next generation. So this is what it means to me, and it's life. To me, it means life, and this is my way of life. Mbira, playing Mbira music, because I grew up playing Mbira, and I've been playing Mbira. I could do other type of works, but Mbira has been my guide towards my life and towards my understanding of the Shona culture, the spiritual world, and just the world in generally. Because when we play Mbira, we meet up with those who are conscious, spiritually conscious. And when we are spiritually conscious, it means that we are walking in the right path, the path that has been set by our ancestors. And hence, we consult our ancestors to show us the direction in which we should live life in happiness. And this is what this instrument means to me. And it has created a lot of friendship with me. It has also created a lot of harmony within the world, between myself and the world. I have harmony. I use it for my meditation. When I am low, I play my instrument. It means a lot to me. Sure. So that's in brief what it means to me and what it is to those who may want to know. It's a Shona musical traditional instrument from Zimbabwe. Shona is a tribe that is found in Zimbabwe. Sure.
That's beautiful. And I think that would really help a lot of people who are relatively new to this instrument or this.
Yeah.
They might be familiar with the kalimba or other forms of this type of thing, but not really familiar with exactly what this is. So I think that was really beautiful.
And one more point, when we say Mbira, I would simply say it's an umbrella word, because there are different types of Mbira, right? Now, as we go deeper, there are different types of Mbira. This type of Mbira is called Nare, right? Or the Mbira Zimu, right? So we also have different types of Mbira that we have, and different types of tunings. For an example, we also have a Nyunga Nyunga, right? This can be 16 keys, 15 keys, or 16 keys, right? The 16 keys is a development that is just happened now, but before it was known as the 16 key Nyunga Nyunga. And basically it's from Mozambique. And in Zimbabwe, usually this Mbira is played in schools. It's a Mbira which was recommended to be played in schools. And so it's another type of Mbira. I think these are the two Mbiras which I would want to talk about, which I play and which I make and which I also teach. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you for that. That's
welcome.
Really helpful.
Sure.
And so you're from Harare.
Sure, I'm from Harare in Warren Park.
And
yeah.
So how did your journey into this musical tradition begin for you? And who are your teachers?
Yes, sure. I think I would say when it started when I was in school, when I started going to school, it was at a boarding school, and it was a Christian Roman Catholic school. So at this school now, it was compulsory that every child has to be baptized. But with my scenario, when I was doing grade 1, I couldn't baptize because I was put in isolation because I had measles, So I was put in isolation, so I couldn't be baptized. And then they said you'll be baptized when you are in grade 2 with the grade 1s. And then in grade 2, I developed, these, I don't know what we call these, when you have this pain in your jaws and they swell, mumps, exactly. I had those. And again, I was in isolation. Now, this was something, since I was a child, it's something that came into my mind, and I was like, what's going on with me? And then each time I would go to the church, since it was compulsory, every child would get that thing that they are given, they call it bread, And there was this man who would just stand and say, no, you are not baptized, so you're not going to have this. And I was a child, I would feel so bad, So, but basically, that triggered something in me because I started relating to my parents and I tried to understand myself because I was a sick child during my early years and at school, and I would be brought back home. But when I would be brought back home, I wouldn't be sent to the doctor. They would send me for spiritual healing, And since I was young, I didn't have an understanding of what it means. And it happened that when I was receiving some spiritual healing, I saw this man who was giving me the healing. He was a Mbira player. He was tall like me. He was so smart. And all the things that were said about people who play Mbira, that they are dirty and all that stuff, to me, it was demystified. And I was like, I want to play this instrument. And, people wouldn't let me touch the instrument, but this man was like, no, let him touch. In fact, I'm going to teach him a song. And then he taught me a song. And I was fast to catch that song. But since I was going to school and he would just come on few regular times to do his healing, and then he goes back because he was living in Mondoro. He was called Sekuru Misha or Sekuru Mugaja, He's the one who introduced me to Mbira. And from then, in my mind, I was like, I want to play this instrument. And by then, the mentality was not like, I want to be a player. I want to be a famous player. I want to be a maker. I'm going to play with famous groups. No, it was just, I want to play the instrument. And it was that passionate that drove me until my father bought me an instrument. I would use that instrument to learn how to tune, And at school, because of that, triggered in me that I was so passionate with culture. I was a traditional dancer. I was in a traditional dance group. So when I went to secondary at my school at Prince Edward, Mbira was introduced to our school, and one of my teachers was Musekiwa Chingoza. He was a Mbira teacher. He came to our school, and since I could play, it was easy for me. I was part of the club, and I enjoyed my moment. And after I finished school, I would look for work, but still I would have that passion towards Mbira. And it only happened, with time that, when I lost my father, I realized that I have to play the role of my father, which included to lead in all the traditional ceremonies that we need to do as a family. That was when I realized, okay, this is why I started playing Mbira, because I had a role to do. So I started playing Mbira, meeting up with more groups, and until I lived in Victoria Falls. That was in 2000, and then up until 2008, I was in Victoria Falls. I was learning more to be a performing artist. I performed with a group called Idwala Elikulu, and I learned how to perform, stage performance, and a lot of stuff, dances, Ndebele dances, But still, my main passion was Mbira. So I had to relocate back to Harare, after I lost my sister. So I realized I had to look after the whole family, and be there for the family. And then, still I started working with other groups, playing with other Mbiras, improving my skill till I finally learned how to make. And I was taught how to make Mbira, and about making Mbira, it was practicing. I kept playing, meeting up, and I'm so passionate, being with all the elders who make Mbira, try to meet up with them, learn from them, learn from all the good Mbira players who I think are there, try to be part of that family and try to feel myself more relevant within that family. And before I left Zim, I was playing with Diana Samkange, but my main concentration now was making Mbira. That is where my passion now lies, making the instrument, because it's creating something new, and I love doing that. And that has been my journey. And finally, I fell in love with this beautiful woman, Kelly Takunda Orphan. And today, I'm talking to you here. I'm here in California, and I'm married to Kelly. We are happily married, and this is my journey here, So that's briefly how I've traveled with my journey with Mbira, with the goodness that it has brought to my life,
It's fascinating to me. A number of people I spoke with, that Mbira comes into their life and then their life just changes, and you move in a certain way that was not expected. The Mbira seems to bring them on a particular kind of journey that you could not have imagined going on.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an experience that a lot of people really don't really go through. That's living to the fullest of your potential. A lot of people out there, they can be good Mbira players, but because maybe of work, they are confined to their work. And it's only when they see somebody play, and then they're like, oh, I should have practiced, But it really touches a lot. The instrument is just something on its own. It touches a lot of hearts, and it's got a healing remedy to that spiritual tormentation and all that. It's got that healing energy in it, and that's basically how it has helped me, to calm down, to be able to be strong, and to be able to seek and to be able to tell others what you feel. Because you cannot play this music if you are clinching onto something. That's negative. So you need to be free in order to play that music and play it for the spirit, for the ancestors, for them to come. You also need to be, somebody who is open in what you are. So that's basically what I've experienced through this instrument,
So it's really fascinating to me to hear how this is moving through you, and one can extrapolate then how it factors into people's lives in Zimbabwe.
Sure. And we can say from Zimbabwe, but it has touched a lot of hearts all over the world as I speak now. You go to Japan, here in the US, in the UK, in Australia, Mbira has touched a lot of people, and it's got its own role that it is playing, to send a message of healing, to the whole world. That's what I see in my view, Sure.
So Mbira has a really long history. I want to ask about your thoughts about how perhaps the colonial period, how colonization might have had an effect on people's experience with the Mbira in Zimbabwe, and also how that might have led to how it's experienced elsewhere.
Well, like in any world, colonialism was not a good thing at all, Yes, like in Zimbabwe, after everything that has happened, we were able to reconcile back, and live in harmony as a people, but still the people still need to decolonize, which means when it comes to cultural aspect, we are so much negative towards that. There is a decolonization exercise that I think we need to do, because our attitude towards our tradition, and our tradition which tells who we are, our culture, we kind of like lost it, because I remember when I was teaching. I'll give you a simple example how the Mbira is not receiving much as it should, even in Zim. I was teaching kids Mbira, toddlers, and one of these kids, the one who was the best, who was introducing the whole act, because her mom was Christian, she was like, no, I don't want my child to be involved in these spiritual things because she will get possessed, And then on the actual day, because the father was not there, but the father came on the graduation day, and she was told by the teachers that this is the scenario. All the kids are now confused because she was the leader, and the father could let the kid, perform. And then the mom asked it, what was your reason? It was because she just didn't want, because she was like, she would feel bad because if she goes to church, some churchgoers will say, you are letting your child be involved in cultural practices which are evil. So that's a simple example that I realized that when we try to teach kids when they are young and their parents have this negative attitude towards our culture, and then we are not moving anyway. So colonialism had a very negative impact on our culture. We are no longer recognizing who we are. There is a difference between people from another country and Zimbabweans. And what determines who we are is our culture, our traditional norms and values. And as I speak, Mbira, if you play the Mbira, people think maybe you are trying to evoke some negative spirits, of which it doesn't happen that way. And when some Christian brothers of ours, when they are, preaching, they don't try to harmonize and show that, no, this is the whole same thing. We are all corresponding to the same creator. It's just different ways. They are not doing that, but it's only like the negative. They find our culture as a way to just, do the name calling and cast the whole blame to justify whatever they want to pursue, which is not a good thing at all, in my view. But it's a colonial mentality that was existing. I'm proud to say, like, this generation, the younger generation now, because of internet, because kids can now go online and they can research. There are a lot of people who write their own what they think, their own ideas, so they are being shared and it's accessible to everyone, to the younger generation. And everyone now realizes, no, we need to stand by our own culture. And now the Mbira is now leading the revolution now of relating to our culture. That cultural decadence is gradually, coming out and being overwhelmed by that, zeal to, like, I'm proud to be a Zimbabwean, dressed, wearing dreadlocks, dressed in our tradition, and doing all that. I'm proud to say, this younger generation is getting back, because that is our way of life. But colonialism really did not do a good thing to us at all. It did not. So, yeah.
Wow, that's really powerful. Yeah, thank you for that. And
Sure.
I wonder if you would be willing to play us another song?
Of
Please?
course. So we're gonna play your request, Tadzungaira. Right, we're gonna ask our ancestors, to lead us all in this world, to lead us into healing, and all the challenges that we are facing in this world. We are asking the Creator to lead us into overcoming this. So this song is called Tadzungaira. We are asking them to come to our rescue. Chaminuka mzimo Tadzungaira mambo, Tadzungaira mambo nehondo. Chaminuka mzimo Tadzungaira mambo, Tadzungaira mambo nehondo. Neanda mzimo Tadzungaira mambo, Tadzungaira mambo nenambo. Neanda mzimo Tadzungaira mambo, bona Tadzungaira mambo nenambo. tadzungaira mambo, bona tadzungaira mambo. Bona tadzungaira mambo, bona tadzungaira mambo nenamo. Tadzungaira mambo, bona tadzungaira mambo nenamo. Yeah.
Tatenda, thank you.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, I felt that. I was feeling that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, sure. There's a lot of healing, right now we need, we have the COVID, and it's something that we all need to collectively, image our energies, our positive energies, and, call it off and try to, send that message out there, So that's the feeling.
Thank you.
Sure.
Yeah. Yes.
If
there's anyone out there who might have a question for our guest, go ahead and put it in the comments section. But I also wanted to ask you, now that you're here in the Bay Area, how is it for you here? I mean, it's a little different, I would imagine, than being in Harare.
Oh, yeah. Well, at first, when I got here, the transition of being in Zim and being here and with the situation that's prevailing, that we have to be staying home, I'm not very much going out and being with people, although at times here and there, I have some few friends who we socially distance and try to say hello, but gradually I've been, adjusting and, guess what? I just say to myself, as long as I'm on planet Earth, that's okay. It's just a different geographical environment, but I'm still on planet Earth. And I think everything has been going well for me. I've been making instruments. I've been making drums, small drums for kids, So I've been meeting with some artists, and promising that when the situation normalizes, we're gonna meet up and play music and see how it goes. And thanks to my lovely wife, she's got a very large environment of musicians, artists, and I belong in the musical, community, and this is the musical community which I am in. And here in the California, it's good weather. I'm in the Bay Area, Richmond, NX. It's good weather, and yeah, things have been well. And with the group that we have since created to try and share the Mbira with some brothers and sisters around here who may not have had access to the Mbira. Yeah, let's share, let's play the music, and I'm here for them. That's the message I would say. But well, California is Kawan.
Let's definitely play the music.
So,
there's a question for you, and it is: have you found an instrument around the world that reminds you or is a close relative to the Mbira?
So far, well, not exactly. I may not have understood the question, but the way I would answer is I was inspired to play a guitar when I was young. Mm-hmm. But growing up, choosing to play a guitar during our years wasn't a good thing that you receive support. I only started playing guitar after I started playing Mbira first. So now I'm a acoustic guitarist. I play an acoustic, and I'm learning to play bass guitar because I've always, wanted to play the bass. So I think my next instrument could be a guitar. Yeah. But Mbira is so much special to me, and it's not like everywhere that I wanna. We're supposed to play Mbira. At times I need to be flexible. So I've chosen to learn the guitar. In as much as I can play, shakers. I'm a good shaker player. I play shakers workshop. I don't have them around here. Yeah, and a little bit of drumming. I'm not a good drummer, but I play a little bit of drumming. And dancing here or there, clumsy dancing. Now these are the shakers, which I play. So, and bit of percussion, yeah. But responding back to my sister's question, no, I'm just close to the guitar. If I'm not playing Mbira, I love the guitar.
And I think probably the essence of the question to me is that there isn't another instrument that I can think of that is like the Mbira. I mean, it's such a unique thing, such a precious and unique thing that there isn't anywhere else that has anything like it, that has that same physicality as well as that same spiritual power, I think.
I also believe so, because it's not just the Mbira, it can be the drum, drum, especially myself personally. I get so moved when you play the drum so much, it moves me. I feel like I want to dance when you play the drum. So I believe it's the Mbira, it's the drumming and the singing, that can trigger. So yes, and even the guitar, there are some people who I know who, when they play the guitar, if you are listening to them, you can feel the energy of them playing. So I think any musical instrument plays a role to us, and it takes somebody who is, in the best of their moods to produce that sound, that's got a healing in it. So any instrument, I respect any instrument, any musical player, any artist, respect to you all. You are serving a purpose. Just make sure you complete your mission. That's the thing.
Yes, I like that.
Sure.
Because all music is that connection. In general, it's just that connection.
That's the connection. Yeah. That's the only language that does not offend. Play music won't offend nobody. So let's let the artists, lead this healing exercise. Let's play more and more and more and more music. That's all.
I like that.
Sure.
Yes. So you have a website or web page where you offer the instruments that you make. There's batiks. There's all kind of interesting stuff. How would people find you if they wanted to check out your inventory?
Well, I have my Facebook page, which is called Kanya Arts Productions, Kanya, Kanya Arts Productions, and my Facebook page is Wamkanganise NaGaadza. Yeah, you can also go to my Facebook page. I keep posting, I keep updating. We have videos that I've been making. I have leather bags that I have, shirts, batiks, from Zimbabwe, handmade, genuine leather. We have also bracelets. These bracelets for playing Mbira. Usually those guys who play Mbira, they know what I mean. I have bracelets that I make around here. Yeah. And I'm also there to teach you Mbira, play together, join in this quest to heal the world through Mbira. Sure.
Well, I hope our viewers will go check out that page. There's some really beautiful stuff there. I was just thinking of doing some shopping myself at some
So,
point. But yeah, so go and check out Kanya Arts. And, I'm sorry, please go ahead.
yeah, sure. There's also we have a performance that we're gonna do. It's hosted by Eastman School of Music, University of Rochester, and it's gonna be me, Wamkanganise and friends, live streaming Sunday, November the 1st, from 8 p.m. So yeah, we'll be giving you an update on the development. So I'm gonna teaming up with friends who have been here before I was here. And so we're gonna team up together. They're gonna be hosting me. That's why it's like one Kaya. It's not like I'm the outstanding, but they are hosting me. It's how these friends of mine in California are so much sweet, you know. They are putting me. So they're like, let's play music together. Let's do it together, you know. And here's another guy who is joining the family, and I'm so grateful. So I'm just hoping everything will go well and we'll play and, you know, enjoy the music. Sure. Yeah.
I'm sure it's going to be beautiful. So yeah, everyone, look out for that one too. It's one of the things that has happened in this crazy time that we're in. That's actually a good thing, is that there's all of these beautiful performances that are now open to us that people are putting together. So that's definitely one that I hope people will check out. So I really want to thank you, Taten Salani. Thank you so much for participating in Dare
Thank you so
conversation.
much. It was my pleasure.
Yes.
It was my pleasure. Sure, it was my pleasure. And thank you all, viewers, everyone all over the world. I love you all. I respect you all. Stay safe. Be good to one another. Respect each other. And we have a wonderful world. Sure.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sure.
And I also want to thank our viewers for joining us today, and to those who submitted questions. I kind of feel a song coming on, so I'm just going to say this real quickly. Ndare Conversations in the Diaspora is a program of the Mahia Uchiyama Center for International Dance, a nonprofit organization dedicated to fostering cross-cultural understanding in our community through dance and music. We'd like to encourage you to consider a donation to our nonprofit following the link on your screen. We will be back next month, Saturday, November the 7th at 2 p.m. with Piwai, a recording artist who combines the mystical sounds of her Zimbabwean homeland with original songs about love and hope. Until then, be well, stay safe, and keep the music in your heart. And Salani, please take it away.
Okay, so the last song I'm gonna play is my wife just cooked some chicken for me. So after this show, I'm gonna enjoy this chicken. But this chicken, I've told you that I'm not gonna share with anybody. I'm gonna enjoy it alone. So here's the song. Anga mai mwana anga nde yangu, anga mai mwana anga nde yangu, anga mai mwana ndinodya ndega, anga mai mwana ndinodya anga inde yangu, ai mwana anga inde yangu, mai mwana anga inde yangu, mai mwana anga inde yangu, anga mai mwana anga nde yangu, anga mai mwana ndinodya ndega. Vakasvika vaenzi moti baba vapo, ini ndirimo ndichidya anga inde yangu, mai mwana anga inde yangu, mai mwana anga inde yangu, mai mwana anga inde yangu, anga inde yangu, anga inde yangu. tinotenda. Tendaiwo Mwari pane zvose zvaanokuitira imi, nyari dzamusiki wedenga nepasi mudzimu unoira. Tendaiwo Mwari pane zvose zvaanokuitira imi, nyari dzamusiki wedenga nepasi mudzimu unoira. Kutipa upenyu raramo yacho idanda rowani, zvagwa chasara kufa marongero ake Mwari wacho. Kutipa upenyu raramo yacho idanda rowani, zvagwa chasara kufa marongero ake Mwari wacho. Angave manake muhondo munzara kana mumaputwa, ngatimutendei Mwari hama wadiwa we. Angave manake muhondo munzara kana mumaputwa, ngatimutendei Mwari hama wadiwa we. Tinomutenda mambo, iye ari kumusoro, tinomutenda Ishe. Ona tinomutenda mambo, iye ari kumusoro, tinomutenda Ishe. Dzimukuruchirege chinyaiwe, nyari zari kumusoro, honai vana tapfugama Mwari wangu. Dzimukuruchirege chinyaiwe, ona ari kumusoro, honai vana tapfugama Mwari wangu. Tendaiwo Mwari pane zvose zvaanokuitirai, nyari dzamusiki wedenga nepasi mudzimu unoira. Tendaiwo Mwari pane zvose zvaanokuitirai, nyari dzamusiki wedenga nepasi mudzimu unoira. Kutipa upenyu raramo yacho idanda rowani, zvagwa chasara kufa marongero ake Mwari wacho. Kutipa upenyu raramo yacho idanda rowani, zvagwa chasara kufa marongero ake Mwari wacho. Angave manake muhondo munzara kana mumaputwa, ngatimutendei Mwari hama wadiwa we. Angave manake muhondo munzara kana mumaputwa, ona ngatimutendei Mwari hama wadiwa we. Tinomutenda mambo, iye ari kumusoro, tinomutenda Ishe. Ona tinomutenda mambo, iye ari kumusoro, tinomutenda Ishe. Dzimukuruchirege chinyaiwe, nyari zari kumusoro, honai vana tapfugama Mwari wangu. Dzimukuruchirege chinyaiwe, iye ari kumusoro, honai vana tapfugama Mwari wangu. ndinomutenda mambo uyu, iye ari kumusoro ndinomutenda ishe. Ona ndinomutenda mambo, iye ari kumusoro ndinomutenda ishe. Zimukuru chirege chinyaiwe, nyari zari kumusoro konaiwa natapfugama mwari wangu. Zimukuru chirege chinyaiwe, iye ari kumusoro konaiwa natapfugama mwari wangu.